How does the comparative method reveal ancestral Scandinavian languages? Imagine trying to piece together a family tree when you only have snapshots of relatives from different generations. That's similar to what linguists do when they trace the roots of Scandinavian languages. They compare words, sounds, and grammar across languages like Danish, Norwegian, Swedish, Icelandic, and Faroese. These languages all come from a common ancestor called Old Norse, which is part of the North Germanic branch of the Germanic language family. By looking at similarities and differences, linguists can see how each language evolved over time. They start by collecting core vocabulary lists, which are basic words everyone uses, like words for family, numbers, or common objects. They then look for words that are similar across these languages, called cognates, which share a common origin. For example, the word for water in Swedish is vatten, in Danish vand, and in Norwegian van. These similarities suggest they come from the same ancient word. Next, they analyze how sounds change regularly between languages. For instance, they notice how certain consonants or vowels shift over time, like the nasal sounds in West Scandinavian dialects. These sound changes follow patterns, which helps them reconstruct what the original sounds might have been. They also check grammatical patterns, like verb endings or noun forms, to see how they changed. This process is called regular sound correspondence. It's like solving a puzzle where each piece fits into a bigger picture. To make sure their reconstructions are accurate, linguists test if the sounds they propose fit within the overall sound system of the ancient language. They also consider universal language patterns that are common across human languages. This careful approach lets them build a model of the ancestral Scandinavian language, even though no written records from that time exist. The history of Scandinavian languages is well documented through old texts, which helps refine these reconstructions. For example, the runic inscriptions and medieval manuscripts give clues about how languages sounded and looked in earlier times. This method also shows how external influences, like Christianity and Latin writing, affected language changes. By comparing modern languages with ancient sources, linguists can trace how languages like Icelandic and Swedish are related and how they diverged. This helps us understand not just language history but also cultural identity. It reveals how the Nordic peoples stayed connected through their shared linguistic roots, even as their languages evolved differently. So, by systematically comparing words, sounds, and grammar, the comparative method acts like a time machine, revealing the roots of Scandinavian languages and strengthening our sense of heritage and identity.